Hey, good morning. I have got some great news for you today. This is going back to prison, day 4. So many of y'all been following my journey as I go back into the Florida Department of Corrections as a volunteer. And today I want to tell you about day 4. So for those of you who don't know me or are new to the channel, my name is Mark. And I wrote a series of books about improving your life, improving your relationships, improving your finances. And after I wrote the series of books, I had the idea to go into the prisons and teach these men these valuable life skills on how to improve their life, relationships, and finances. And hopefully that will lead to them being able to stay out once they get out and live a productive life. So anyways, I've been trying to put this class together, and in videos 1, 2, and 3, I chronicled going to the prison for the first time and speaking with the chaplain, visiting the dorm and the faith and character-based dorm, and trying to get this class underway. Well, in day 3, in that video, I got the class approved. So this is day 4. I went in this week and I did something that I hadn't did yet. I had went around to most all the dormitories, whereas before I had only been to the faith and character-based dorm. So this week when I went in to see the chaplain, he advised me to get a sign-up sheet and walk around the yard, walk around the dorms, get to know people, shake hands, and let them know about my class. So I had been going in, I had made a couple trips into the faith and character-based dorm, and they're kind of used to seeing me, seeing my face. I walk in there, they say, "Hey Mark, how you doing? How's the class coming?" You know, that kind of thing. But this week, I went into dorms where they didn't know me. And it was a little bit intimidating because I didn't have anybody to introduce me. I didn't have anybody to call all the men and get their attention. I just walked straight into this lion's den. And they popped the door and I walked in. Nobody knew who I was. And they were just looking at me. And I just went in and said, "Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning." I said, "Gentlemen, my name is Mark." And I said, "I am starting a class on Monday night." I said, "I did a little bit of time myself back in the 90s. I got out in 2003. I've been out for over 20 years now. I've started several businesses. I've wrote several books, and now it's on my heart to come back in here on Monday nights and teach a class and share with y'all what I've learned." Man, were they ever receptive. They started signing up on the sign-up sheet. I probably had, before it was over, 10, 15, 20 names, and I was going into the dorms about 10:30 in the morning. And a lot of the people are gone at that time. They're on their job assignments. There was a few people in there, but what my point is I got so many people to sign up in this one little area when there wasn't really anybody in there. They had advised me to come back at 11 a.m. where most of the people were returning to their dorms. They even suggested I come in on a Saturday when the dorms would be full because most of the people are not on their job assignments. So I think Saturday, April 6th, I'm going to try and go in the afternoon maybe. I'm also excited because when I talked to the chaplain, I had been trying to get it approved to serve coffee. And that may seem like a small thing, but it's not a small thing. You have to get that approved by 3 or 4 different people. And they kind of frown on bringing stuff in from the inside. The more stuff you bring in, the more stuff they have to search and go through, the more it raises the security risk that something could enter the institution that's not supposed to. So bringing in coffee is a big deal. But not only did I get coffee, but they also approved me to bring in food about once a month. But let me tell you something, people. You bring in coffee and donuts to a prison, man, you're going to get the whole compound. The whole compound's going to come. So it was something I had been working on with the chaplain, and he said it was approved once a month. So I'm gonna supply the coffee out my own pocket, and when it gets time to bring in some food, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe I'll go around to Publix or Subway, something, see if they want to donate, or maybe go to a restaurant. Maybe I might start a GoFundMe or something like that for where people can contribute to my cause and the efforts here with that I'm trying to do with these men. I haven't really thought all that through yet. I haven't really worked all that out. The idea is just in its infancy, but my point is, we are now authorized to do this. And further, let me tell you about this. The chaplain asked me to fill out some paperwork so I could get a badge. And he says, eventually, after he gets to know me a little bit better, he will put in for me to be a key holder. Now, folks, I want you to understand what that means. It means that this fella right here, who once walked the prison compound as an inmate, lost and directionless in life, feeling like God had abandoned me and forgot about me, is now making a way for me to walk around with a state of Florida badge, which means I can go in any prison with keys. The Lord's been good to me. The Lord's been good to me. And I am humbled at the opportunity to serve these men. And I'm excited to be bringing you these videos. I'm excited to be bringing you along on the journey with me. And I just ask that y'all continue to hold me up in prayer and support. But beyond just saying, hey man, pray for what I got going on, beyond that, I'd like you to click like on this video. I'd like you to subscribe to this channel, because the more you do that, the more YouTube will show this video out, and the more people can be encouraged by following the journey. I don't have a whole lot of outstanding accolades. I'm just a willing vessel. And the Lord has found a way to use me. The class hasn't started yet. It's going to start on April 15th. I still got time to get the word out and let the men know. But I consider this to be somewhat of a ministry. I'm not focused so much on the Christian aspect or the religious aspect, because I don't want to exclude anyone from the information I want to share. So I'm coming to them more from a life skills perspective. I'm going to talk about positive attitude, raising your personal standards, employment versus self-employment, housing, what they can do about that, establishing credit, finances, staying out of debt, overcoming discouragement, just universal themes. If you can appreciate what I'm doing, I appreciate your support. And if you want to check out my books, markwcast.com. So with that, I'll bid you a good day, and I'll thank you for your support. Up your averages.